Alrighty, so this is the part 3 to the Enchanted Tales of Johnny Damn D. For some reason, y'all, I keep getting a whole ton of interruptions. I had to literally put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and that's telling me a lot because this is a very sordid tale. Now, to those of you who are seeing this, if you didn't see the part 1 or the part 2, please, please, please go back and watch the other two. Um, Part 2, I had to step out of the energy because I started to feel the anger that was attached to Enchanting, better known to her friends and family as Channing. And baby girl is, she's a pistol. She has a temper, and she got a mouth on her. So I wanted to bring that energy down a bit so that I could focus on what I'm being shown. So to catch you up before I go any further, this man was he was used as a pawn, and he figured it out too late. Okay? And because he figured it out too late, when he got nervous about what could happen, what could come to him, when he was afraid that he may possibly face impending legal charges, he started to share information, share screenshots of text messages or whatnot. And it exposed certain things. And this is the reason why I decided to do a part 2 in the first place. Because it's like someone who thought that they had a hustle until they realized that they may be a part of a Ponzi scheme, if that kind of makes sense. So the energy that I'm pulling is that there was a lot of back and forth between all three parties. Enchanting, Johnny Damn D, and her mother, all three were at odds at a certain point. And it looks like there was issues with money, Knight of Pentacles. Either they were afraid that something wasn't going to come into fruition, or there was an obstacle to getting towards some kind of large windfall. Okay? And that represents the Knight of Pentacles. Something was slowing down the money. You've got the Devil here over the Magician, which means that there was a very toxic, maleficent, negative energy, even a obsessive, compulsive energy that was attached to a mindset that had to do with the money. And this also shows me that something of ill intent had to manifest for someone to get this 10 of Pentacles, okay? Now, before I go any further, as I've stated earlier, this reading is for entertainment purposes. All things said are alleged. Now that I've got that YouTube disclaimer out the way, we've got this 7 of Swords here. And I believe I already said this, but I want to reiterate this, because if you pay attention to this card, you have this person that is being sneaky and manipulative, who's holding 5 swords. And those 5 swords also represent conflict and communication. And then you have this other person over here, unbeknownst to them, where the 2 of Swords is, because as you can see, this person's back is turned. They don't even know that there are 2 swords to their side, okay? 2 of Swords represents being cut off. It represents being ostracized. It even represents being canceled or possibly sacrificed, allegedly. Okay, so you've got this Queen of Cups here over the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. And the Queen of Cups can be, what appears to be a loving figure, a mother figure, who is in two minds, someone who is juggling. Two of Pentacles, okay? Ten of Cups represents family. But then on the other side of this, the duality of it is the Queen of Swords, which is someone who can be very, very cutthroat in communication. This is someone who can be very argumentative. So it's very, very intriguing, the duality of the personality for the mother. And I saw a duality early on with Johnny Damn D, but there's a duality with the mother as well. She can come off very loving and even intuitive to, those who don't know her well, but to those who do know her or have been around her and witnessed and experienced her in a personal setting, she can be very, very harsh, very brash, very in your face. Even if it comes out of truth, it's very rough. Also, I'm getting a very demanding type energy. And it was over a choice. A choice had to be made. Tell me more about this choice. Okay, so the Lovers doesn't just represent lovers, it represents choice. This can also represent a choice that had to be made by a lover. Okay, so the King of Swords would be someone who is considered to be a businessman, not just a truth teller. And then you've got the Four of Wands that represents stability. And this is over a lover. So this is showing me King of Swords here, Queen of Swords. Not only were these people in odds, but there was a decision between the two of these people where something had to happen that was going to represent the stability of a situation. And that stability was going to bring this Ace of Pentacles. So after my first reading, I had people to inbox me and DM me, letting me know that there was a deal on the table and that Chant had to be sober to get this deal. So these two made a deal between each other on what needed to happen to get this to come into fruition. But somehow, some way along the way, there was a glitch in the communication between all three. They ended up at odds, okay? All three parties. Johnny Damn D, the mother, and Enchanting all ended up at odds. And it was because there was problems with the money. Explain this money situation to me. Okay, so there was a time period in which this had to happen. Strength also represents Leo season, but they needed her to, to get sober and to appear healthy and strong. And there was a lot of conflict, which appears to be over, her health, her well-being, and the appearance of her health and her well-being that they felt was going to slow down the process in receiving this money. For the Star, this was affecting the hope that they had to get this money through her star power. And I got this before. This feels like Enchanting was very, very, she was very tuned in, okay? She knew that there was a plan. There was something that she didn't like about the way that she was being handled. And she was going to leave behind this toxic situation and move forward. And this is where the breakdown of everything began. Because if she moved forward and she left these people behind, it cut them out of the loop, and it was going to slow down anything that had to do with money with them. And that's where we get to this devil and the magician. Something maleficent had to happen for finances to manifest. Now, the Eight of Swords represents entrapment, okay, not just jail. So, allegedly, what this feels like is that they were planning to, even if they had to hold her against her will to make this happen, because they needed things to happen in a certain way so that they can get to this Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, this was the only hope that they had. Her star power is what was going to power these dreams and bring things into fruition for everyone around her. Because no matter how you slice it, enchanting was the bag. Man, what I tell y'all, she caught wind of like a conversation. I'm getting the energy of him possibly speaking to her mother while he thought that she was asleep. She overheard a conversation, and it enlightened her to what all was actually going on, the things that were being plotted against her, the things that were going on around her. And she was going to walk away from this situation, but she was unable to leave. Okay? And that falls under this Ten of Pentacles. They couldn't let her walk away, because if she walked away, I keep getting, they were going to be cut out of the deal, cut out of the loop. People felt like they put too much into this, or they had too much to expect to get out of this to allow her to walk away. Queen of Pentacles, which is definitely a maternal figure. Seven of Swords. So this is very, very sneaky energy on behalf of the maternal figure involved in this situation. And see, this is where my angels were telling me to watch the energy between how Johnny Damnedy and the mother interacted, because he ended up becoming a pawn. Like I said, he didn't have good intentions, but there was something that happened that put him in a position that he didn't even see coming, because it was an overlay for an underplay somewhere. There was a trap door to this plan that he didn't even see. Temperance and the Nine of Cups. Whatever this trap door was gave balance through a new beginning, which was going to come through a wish fulfillment. Page of Wands. New action had to be taken, because enchanting was taken up for herself. She was standing up for herself. She was not going to let people use and abuse and take advantage of her. She had finally had enough of what I'm hearing is fake love, fake support. If she had to go at things alone, if she had to do this by herself, she was willing to do so. And that was an Achilles heel for someone. Yeah. Her thinking about walking away This was something that was not expected, and there had to be a change of plans. And you got the Tower and the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is not just a father figure, it can be a very controlling person, someone who runs things, okay? And like I said, she was speaking up. She was arguing. This is how she ended up at odds with Johnny Damn D and her mother. And her being at odds with them was connected to the Knight of Pentacles to the Six of Swords. Y'all, people were going to be cut out. You know, she didn't have any official paperwork with anybody. So if she left, she was going to leave with everything because it was her deal. And they didn't officially have anything locking her into a contract, which would lock someone into, a percentage on whatever it was she was supposed to receive. So what this feels like to me is that he was acting as a manager, but not legally documented as her manager. And because he didn't have her under contract physically, legally, this was going to be a losing battle if she left. She literally, this was big bank take little bank. Had she have walked away, this blocked all access to anyone's ability to be able to pinch off of whatever she had coming. Now we got the Reader at the bottom of the deck. And I find that very interesting because she may have had a spiritual advisor. And whoever this spiritual advisor was, they were very astute. Okay? Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups. So, like I said, she was considering her options. She was standing up for herself. She was looking at things that she could do, ways that she could get herself together and leave. I'm hearing holistically. Okay. Yeah, she really was changing. She was doing the best that she could to clean up her life. And this Six of Pentacles, this unearned income, this large windfall that was coming, people had negative intent on how they were going to manifest off of her, the Star. The Reader, the Eight of Wands, and Judgment. So she's acknowledging whoever the spiritual advisor was, and also she's saying that people need to listen a lot closer to what's being said, because I feel like there's several advisors or several spiritually gifted people rather, who may have seen things coming. Also, someone has already said what needed to be said to solve this. So me, myself, I'm going to, keep my ears to the street, because I feel like there is a spiritual advisor that was very close to her. If this person is not even a reader, it's still someone that is, very esoterically educated, okay? And she was consulting with someone to help her turn her life around. But it's saying that judgment is going to come swiftly. How's this judgment that's coming swiftly attached to this Ten of Pentacles? Because we got a Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. How is this judgment going to come swiftly with this Ten of Pentacles? Oh, baby. You see this? The Empress And the Three of Swords, heartbreak. What's going to be heartbreaking to her mother attached to this Three of Swords? Now, mind you, this falls under the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords represents imprisonment, being locked up, or something being confiscated. Tap me into why this is coming out this way, angels. Please and thank you. I don't think her mother sees this coming. Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So Page of Pentacles is like new financial opportunities. Also, this is like being reduced down to your last $2 because there is a possible truth that she doesn't expect to come out. What is this? What is this attached to? Because I feel like this might be attached to some money. Six of Wands. Baby. This is exactly what I thought it was. Six of Wands attached to the Four of Cups. There's going to be an unrequited offer with some money. And it's going to happen swiftly when it comes to her family. Tell me more about this unrequited offer. It has to do with this Wheel of Fortune and how she moves forward. Wheel of Fortune represents, you know, blessings coming, financial health. Like it's like, you know, the Jeffersons, George and Wheezy moving on up. What is this? Oh, wow. So you've got the Ace of Cups here and the Four of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups is not just love. It represents abundance, you know, having things overflowing in your life. Four of Cups, it's an unrequited offer due to some kind of collaboration. What is this collaboration? I don't think she sees this coming, y'all. Now, the Chariot is forward movement. But if you pay attention to those pharaohs that are in front of this chariot, that's black and white. That's the police. They could come in swiftly with an investigation attached to, you know, this money. And if they want to investigate further, this money will be on hold. Yeah. Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Four of Swords. This ain't over. This is not over. They could possibly, even though she's been cremated, because of those text messages that Johnny Damn D shared, there allegedly could be an active investigation over how Enchanting actually was laid to rest. Judgment affecting, because we got judgment here in this row. Eight of Wands, judgment. That's law enforcement coming in swiftly. Four of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. That's someone being, work being done on someone that was laid to rest, or someone that was laid to rest that you were working with, okay? Judgment. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands, which means possibly fighting, okay? Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So this is showing that, you know, now Queen of Wands is like someone being considered highly visible. And, you know, not just about being attractive. Highly visible is because more people see you now. She has a lot of anxiety about her stability. Four of Pentacles, and this falls under the Mother. Something came to light, y'all. The Sun is at the bottom of the deck. Something came to light. Something is being exposed. Didn't I tell y'all they were fighting over a possible choice? And this choice falls under a Page. Now, Three of Cups is a card of partying. It's also third party engagement, gossip, not just a good time. And the Sun is showing that there's going to be conversations attached to, you know, this matter that will be brought to light. Like I said earlier, those text messages, him sharing those text messages. Yeah, that's the right place. Him sharing those text messages, that sparked some interest in ways that they didn't expect to come. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There was a collaboration that was going to involve a large windfall of unearned income. Okay? And it was going to bring a major celebration to possibly up to 3 separate parties. Like I said, a decision had to be made to keep a secret. The High Priestess. What was the decision that had to be made that was done to keep a secret? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The world is the end of a cycle for these people who are going to benefit. What this is looking like, guys, because the world represents the end of a cycle, okay? This means that, and I'm going to have to put an allegedly on this, enchanting cycle had to end to keep from messages coming forward about this third party involvement. This is what it looks like, why the plug was pulled the way that it was, because this was going to affect someone's wheel of fortune, and this was going to put someone in a dire situation. All right then, with the loud pipes. This was going to put somebody in a dire situation if they were able to investigate her well-being. Because I keep getting the Five of Wands. I keep getting that someone possibly may have put hands on her, okay? That someone may have allegedly abused her, and they did not want anyone to go off into further investigations because messages would have come forward. Yeah. And this was going to cut people off. Five of Pentacles. This was going to have people in the poorhouse and heartbroken. So allegedly, a decision had to be made that she had to go because she was messing up the church's money. And if they couldn't get it one way, they would get it another. So I'm going to end this here. I see why Chant was upset, why she was fuming mad. Y'all, this is so sad. This baby really didn't have anyone in her immediate circle in her last days that was directly around her that she can trust. The people that she felt like, you know, she could trust, she wasn't able to get to them. And the people you would think that she should be able to trust look like they all were plotting and fighting against her. It was a rush, like fighting against the clock. People had to make something shake, because if she got the chance to walk away, she walked away with the whole entire pie and nobody got a slice. And she was making decisions that was going to affect her future, that people felt like was going to eliminate them financially. Either way it goes, whether she separated from them, whether she made the choices when it came to family, and what family meant to her, and what her new idea of family was, or what it was going to be, it was going to eliminate these people from being able to win. So they decided to win at all costs. And this is my energetic tap in on the energy between Johnny Damn D and Enchanting's mother. It took it took 3 videos because I was interrupted immensely, but I finally got to the end. So rest in peace to Channing, and I pray that she gets her justice and that she crosses over successfully. And to those who meant her no good, when karma catches up to you, there'll be nowhere you can hide. This reading is adjourned.